Okay. In the article, Health-Wise, Unplugged to Power Up, the Kaiser Family Foundation stated that the average teen spends 7 hours and 38 minutes a day playing with their phone, watching TV, playing video games, and playing on computers. This is more than 53 hours a week. Every student has been distracted either by friends, work, or technology and should listen to these tips to balance their studies and social life. I myself have been distracted by my social life and take these tips into my consideration. You students today don't realize how much time you guys are wasting outside of school instead of putting your education first. So first, I will inform you how to plan ahead, then I will teach you how to avoid technology, and then how to say no. So first, being organized is the first tip to take to avoid any disruption. Having an agenda will help you be more organized and help you be more punctual. In the article, Homework Tips to Help Kids Succeed in School, Diaz stated to keep their school materials organized in a planner and use a calendar to mark exams and project due dates. So by doing this, marking up your agenda, making sure that you know all your dates that are coming up, you students will know how much work you guys have during the week. So that way you guys will see how much time you have during the weekend, say if you want to go out to a party or something. Students should also check their syllabus every day to see if they have any upcoming assignments. It's good to keep up with your syllabus because that way you are able to time yourself on upcoming big assignments, so you will have more time during the weekend. So after getting an agenda and looking at your syllabus every day, you should put aside all your technology. How many of you guys during class like to, when you guys are bored, look at your phone or Twitter or Facebook or anything? Yeah. Cell phones are a huge distraction. In the article, students can resist distraction for 2 minutes. Sullivan noted that people who are interrupted by technology score 20% lower on standard tests. So you students should power off your cell phones while you guys are doing homework, studying, or in class. Social networks are also a huge distraction. How many of you guys while you guys are doing an essay or something, are like, alright, I'm gonna just take a break, and you guys end up on Twitter or something? Like, if you guys are gonna find the answers like on Twitter, like, oh, let me just scroll through this, and don't you know, like 20 minutes pass, you're like, oh man, like, let me get on this real quick. So yeah. In the article, new social software tries to make studying like Facebook. Bradis states, with eyes glued to screens for 7.5 hours, teens simply don't have enough hours in the day for school. So with that, avoid going on social networks, and because you guys will lose track of time. So the last tip that I will leave with you guys today is building confidence on saying no. How many of you guys agree that friends are the best entertainment but the worst distraction? Yeah. In the article, The Prospect, College Life 101, saying yes and no and prioritizing. The best way to balance is by setting boundaries and learning how to say enough. So instead of hanging out with your friends, why don't you guys tell them, like, hey, why don't you like help me study, and then maybe we can go out after. Like, try convincing them to help you out first. Jobs can also take up most of your time, so don't be afraid to say no to your manager. Like, nah, I'm sorry, I can't stay a couple more hours because I have this speech to study for. Like recently, I was hired at Rouse, and they've been trying to keep me like over hours. Especially last night, they wanted me to stay till midnight. I was like, nah, like I have to stay for the speech. So yeah, don't be afraid to tell your manager and your friends, like, no, like it's gonna be okay. They're not gonna fire you or stop being your friends just because you say no. Now that you know a few tips, balancing school and social life should be easier. Students not realizing how much time they're wasting is a huge distraction. Being distracted is a huge problem. I informed you on how to avoid technology, how to say no, and how to plan ahead. So remember, when you are faced with balancing your studying and social life, don't fall back, get ahead, and time yourself according to plans. So when you are getting those straight A's, then you guys can party hard. That's it. Thank you.